All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Radash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the nation of Israel. This is going to be a lesson. 1 second. This is going to be a lesson talking about how the day of the Lord's wrath, the day of Yahweh's wrath, is going to give people the exact true equality that they've been claiming, that they're seeking for, man. Right? It's going to give the people of this world the chance to experience what equality really is like, man. Because as it stands right now, you've got a lot of people that are lying and making out as though they want equality, when really they don't, man. Really, they want benefits. Like, they want a beneficial treatment over everybody else, man. Especially a beneficial treatment over the man. All right. So, what this lesson is going to be talking about is how people are going to get a chance to experience that, man. 1 second. People are going to get a chance to experience that for real, man. Because as it stands right now, people have been pretending as though they want equality, but when you actually really look at what they're trying to do, they're trying to get a better treatment than everybody else without having to do what everybody else did, man. And the main example of how people are trying to do this is with what people are doing with the Israelites, right? They're trying to take our covenant away from us and think that they can give it unto themselves when they didn't have to go through any of the things that we went through in order to get the covenant. And that's very annoying, man. It's very frustrating. And this video was also frustrating, which is called Hidden Camera Test Whether Chivalry is Dead, right? Hidden Camera Test Whether Chivalry is Dead. And what they did is and this video was about 4 years old, so it's before the whole emergence of like Kevin Samuels and all the like main podcasts that have came out bunning out women. It's before that. But even back then, women were starting to notice that men ain't simping for them as hard no more, man, because women are starting to realize that you women are wicked, just like the Bible says you are, right? Men are starting to figure that out, man, and they've been figuring it out for the last couple of decades, really. They're starting to figure out that you women are demons, right? A lot of you women ain't right in the head. A lot of you women are tapped. You're liars. You bear false witness. You use men. You claim that you're a strong, independent woman until you don't want to be a strong, independent woman no more, and then you try and abuse the system, man. But men have figured that BS out, and it's caused them to get extremely aggravated, man. And this woman was finding on this video that men wasn't getting up and giving her a seat, man. So, and she felt the need to record it and all of that, right? And they didn't want to help her, man. But in the days to come, people are going to experience way worse than that. So people are complaining about that, but they've got way worse to come, man. And let me see if I can find this particular scripture where it says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Here we go. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So people ain't going to be playing no games in the days to come, and people ain't playing no games now. People be driving their cars at 100 miles per hour, crashing into, like, causing a huge explosion because they don't want to live anymore. And then they're taking out loads of other people with them, right? People are running up in people's houses, smacking them upside the head. Over here in the Midlands, there's been like certain young children or certain old people that people have just been brutally murdering, man. Over here in the Midlands of England, man, people have been brutally causing harm to the weak and the old and the young, man, and they don't care. I think there was a 9-year-old that got stabbed, man, over here in the UK recently. And people are being brutal, man. And in the days to come, in the Lord's wrath, there's not going to be no care for, oh, that's a female. There's not going to be no care for, oh, she's young, he's young. There's not going to be no, oh, he's disabled or she's disabled, so don't cause no harm to that person. People ain't going to care, man. People are going to be about themselves like they always have been, really, right? The selfishness inside of people is going to be shown that they was always that way, really. These people are going to be exposed, man, for the scumbags that they really are, but they've this world's did a good job at trying to point all the evils that this world commits on specifically just the Israelites. So the Israelites are the ones that are killers, murderers, and all of that. But then when people say, well, what about World War One? What about World War Two? People ain't trying to hear that. People try and blame us for being thieves and all of that. When you point out, but they stole us and stole our heritage and stole all our gold, and they're always in every other country stealing everything. People ain't trying to hear that. But it's going to be exposed that these people are the real scumbags of the earth, man. That's what Yahweh's getting ready to do, to expose that these people all along was way worse than they could ever say about what we've did. These people have never been about God's laws once. We've at least kept them through the remnant of Israel. But there ain't no remnant of any other nation that's ever been righteous. They've always been wicked. This is 2 chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So that's what's getting ready to happen, man. People are getting ready to go up against one another with swords in their hands, and they ain't gonna care if you're a woman. They ain't gonna care if you're a weak man. A 7'5" guy ain't gonna say, oh, I'm gonna find a worthy opponent that's my size. He's gonna smack upside the head anyone that he wants to take what they've got, man. He ain't gonna feel, oh, it's not fair though to do to that person because he's smaller than me. They ain't gonna be trying to fight in their weight class. It's gonna be, they ain't gonna be trying to fight in a catch weight. It's gonna be pound for pound. You feel me? Pound for pound, man. Right? All these women that think that they're gym goers and they've been in the gym, deadlifting and doing squats in booty shorts in the gym, they're gonna get the chance to see if all that training has made them tough. They're gonna get to see that, man. All that training regimen, what I ate this morning, putting it up on Insta, right? Oh, I had a porridge with grated walnuts in there and blueberries for breakfast, and then I had an avocado on toast with a bit of Parmesan cheese the next for my next meal. All of that BS. People are gonna get the chance to see what all of that's about, man. Everyone's things that they boasted themselves in, they're gonna get the chance to see whether that's worthwhile, right? The elect trusted in their faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. The tough guy trusted in his might. The rich man trusted in his riches, and the rich and the wise guy trusted in his degrees and in his knowledge and in the multitude of books that he read, right? And that he might know a little bit of something about psychology and how the human mind works and how people think. But he ain't gonna be able to find out the psychology of the angels in the chariots or of Yahweh. He can't know that. And he didn't have the things that mattered, man. Let me carry on reading. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And that one there, that prophecy right there is going to hurt these women the most, man. Because they can never stop gallivanting around the world, man. They love to gallivant and sashay themselves all around town, man. They can't stay themselves in their yard, man. Right? They can't stay themselves in their house and just look after their kids. They have to fly around, getting flown out and all this BS. They just feel the need to be out here all the time, man. And Yahweh's getting tired of you people, man. He's getting tired of these people. Verse 18, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So that's what Yahweh's getting ready to do. He's getting ready to destroy people's houses for the lack of bread and for great tribulation, because this world's been wicked, man. Right? He's getting ready to destroy this world, man, because of the pride that these people have had, and he's going to destroy it with a lack of bread, right? And giving them great tribulation, man, and that's going to cause for people to kill their neighbor with a sword because they ain't no food, right? And people are gonna make excuses in their mind for why they're doing the evil, because they're gonna say stuff like, "Oh, these are different times. Desperate times call for desperate measures." Right? People are going to make excuses for themselves, man. Oh, it's survival of the fittest now. People that might have once upon a time pretended that they believed in the Lord are going to be saying things like, oh, God's forsaken the world now. God ain't here no more. That's what people are going to be talking like, man. Right? But the elect are going to stay believing in the Lord. Their faith's going to increase during these times because they knew that this stuff was going to happen. They wasn't falsifying the prophecies, saying that they was going to be raptured out of the earth before this stuff ever happened. That's BS, man. I don't know, all you Christians out there that are thinking that you're going to get beamed up somewhere before you before you see any destruction are going to be looking stupid when your head's in a guillotine and they're saying to you, take the chip or die. And then most of you are going to take it anyway because you ain't of the elect, man. Most of you Christians are not Israelites secretly or down for that. Most of you actual so-called black people, Latinos and Native Americans that are following after Christianity, you would rather be an Edomite. A lot of you would rather be a Gentile, man, which is absolutely stupid. Because here it is, you're getting told that you're really an Israelite. But you're saying, nah, forget that. I'm trying to be a Gentile, but I'm spiritually Israel. That's stupid, man. And I'm getting annoyed just thinking about how stupid you people think, man. It's stupid to rather be a Gentile, but spiritually be Israel, than be an Israelite that's spiritually acting like an Israelite also. I don't know what's wrong with you people, man. But then I do. You've been blinded. And let me get some more scriptures on some of the destruction that's getting ready to happen to these people, man. Because God's already shown several different things on this earth, right? But he's never done them all in one go. He's never made all of them happen on the earth at the same time. He'll normally turn one on and turn the other one off. But the days are going to come where he's going to turn all of them on. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. And I will lay low the haughty and the terrible. You can't be proud when your belly's empty. I ain't never seen somebody look proud on one of them Oxfam adverts ever in my life. I ain't never saw that one of them kids look proud on an Oxfam advert, man. I ain't never seen, right, people be proud when they're starving. Right? You ain't never seen somebody proud on a war zone. You ain't never seen that, man. Right? You ain't never seen somebody proud in a boxing ring when they've got 2 broken ribs and have just been punched in their mouth and they're on the floor in a 10 count. You ain't never seen somebody proud on a 10 count. They're terrified, man. You ain't never seen somebody buzzed from a left hook and they're proud. Right? You can see through any dumb smile that they try and put on their face, and you can know they're hurt, man, and they need help right there. People ain't gonna be proud with what Yahweh's getting ready to do. Verse 12, I'll make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir, which is very precious gold. The gold of Ophir is very precious gold, man. Verse 13, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth will move out of her place, in the wrath of Yahweh of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And that shaking of the earth is going to be caused by ICBMs being shot all over this earth, man. That's going to cause for this world to shake and move like it's never shook and moved before, man. People ain't ready to see this kind of thing. They're not ready for that. They're not ready for it, man. Verse 14, and it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. And they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one to his own land. So people ain't gonna be on no kumbaya spirit. People ain't gonna be on no melting pot talk, right? People are gonna be on some tribal living, man. And then there'll be certain mixtures, of course, like there always is. But people are gonna be tribal, man. Verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. So if one group finds another group, they're going to thrust them through with the sword. And if the other group finds the other group, they're going to thrust them through with the sword. Ishmaelites against Moabites, Moabites against Edomites, Edomites against Israelites, Israelites against, it's going to be horrible out here, man. But Yahweh is going to be with the elect, wherever they are. They're going to be protected from all of this BS. Verse 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes, see? People ain't gonna care about, oh, it's a child. Oh, that's a young one in this day. People ain't gonna care about that. So all you women that are thinking that, oh, I'm fine, I'm hot, right? I've got privileges in a time like this. No, you ain't gonna have privileges in a time like this, man, because when a man's hungry for food, a fine woman ain't worth nothing, man. A fine woman, when you're hungry, is not better than one grape. A fine woman, when you're thirsty, is not better than water. So if that fine woman had water, the man will bust her upside the head, or the woman will bust her upside the head and take the water from her, man. And that's when people are going to really realize that all the things that they thought they had ain't worth nothing, man. And when it gets really bad, after the nukes have been shot off, the elect to the nation of Israel ain't even going to be on the earth anymore. They're going to be already beamed up in chariots at that point. But the destruction down here is not going to stop. People are going to feel the explosions, right? They're going to be feeling the after effects, the light flashes, the cold that's going to be caused by these nukes, all of that horrible stuff, man. And that's why it's so important that you know what that device mentioned in Revelation 13 and 16 is. Because if you don't know and you take it, you can't say, oh, I wasn't warned. No, you've been warned, man. You people get warned by people that ain't even got nothing to do with people talking about the Bible. Financial channels talk about this, man. Financial channels with millions of subscribers, so financial channels with 500,000, 700,000, 750,000. Many people are talking about it, man. They're putting it on your news. You've been warned. You've been told that this is coming. And if you take it, you bow down to the beast. Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 16 again. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. So people ain't going to be able to make no excuse, man. Right? There ain't going to be no excuse that's going to be able to get made in the day when these things happen. I thought I'd just do this video because that video was getting on my nerves, man, about this woman complaining, talking about some chivalry's dead, right? Complaining about that. Like, these people don't understand, man, that Yahweh's getting ready to cause way worse things on the earth than you not getting a seat on the bus. That's what she's complaining about, not getting a seat on the bus. There's way worse coming than that, man. But to save me from rambling, I'ma just end the lesson there, man. Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. Shalom.